this video, I will talk about how I did this painting of Cracker Lake from Glacier National Park. These are the supplies that I used. First, I wet the paper. Here you can see I wet the whole paper with water, but afterwards I thought maybe instead I could have just wet the ground and the sky. And then I added colors to the sky and the ground using a wet on wet technique. This way it helps with the blending of the colors. I also drew out the outline of the lake and added the mountain. Here I also added the water part of the lake. Notice that I only painted out the left mountain first, and after it dried then I added the second mountain next to it so that the edge can be crisp. And then I proceeded to add the trees. Now for the trees, I did draw individual trees overlapping each other and making sure the tips of the tree are in the right spots in relation to the lake. If I were to do this again, I would probably first put a light green background where the trees are and then add the individual trees. I did correct for this later on, but I think it would have been easier to do this beforehand. As I added the other trees, I would start with the lighter green and then gradually add more black to the green color where the shadows are, where I saw in the picture that the trees were darker. And then I also added the green parts of the mountains as well. Starting with the lighter green and then gradually adding more pigment. And then I also added the kind of faded mountain in the background on the right side. Lastly, I added this gouache white paint to show where the snow is on the mountain. Here I'm showing painting in real time, and for this I made sure that each time I added the paint, I didn't add too much of it at a time because the consistency is very thick, so if I added too much it would have more of a 3D effect, and I didn't want that. So I just added gradually, little by little. I could have, instead of doing this, just kind of saved the negative white space in the beginning to start off with, but I figured this would be easier. And also this paint is better than the watercolor white paint because the watercolor white paint is too translucent, so it won't show up on the mountain. and this is the finished product. Thank you for watching.